Minecraft is a game that has changed and evolved so much over its 15-year history. From terrain generation, to quality of life features, textures, blocks and items, there is almost nothing that hasn't changed even a little bit in that time. So, to show how much the game has changed, I thought it would make for an interesting video to create the same house in both beta 1.7.3 and now in the modern game, to show the differences in block selection, the limitations and advantages of each version, and ultimately how much the game has evolved over time. Now then, let's get into beta. Alright, so here we are in beta Minecraft. Now we're in beta 1.7.3, and I specifically chose this version because this is the last version of the game before the hunger system was added, before sprinting was added, and before some major terrain generational changes were added to the game. So for me and for a lot of people, this is the last sort of, beta, like proper beta version of the game. Now, it doesn't have creative mode, as you can see, I'm in survival. However, because it is, like I said, that last sort of beta version, it is a bit of a modding scene as well. So I do have the Too Many Items mod to help us out with this, so that I don't have to collect all the resources, because this is mainly about the building. So we have access to everything here in the game. I'm not going to use things like bedrock, of course, or these broken portal frames, but I might do some fun little glitches that you can do in the vanilla game. So my first point of call is choosing an area, and I think this spot right here is kind of perfect for what I want to build. I'm thinking of building something maybe like a fishing village of some kind, or a fishing house of some kind. So yeah, I think maybe this spot could be perfect for that. So the first thing I'm going to do is clear out all these trees and maybe flatten the ground a little bit so we can sort of see what we have to work with here. So yeah, let's grab an axe and let's get to work. Now, a lot of you might know that I am an avid beta 1.7.3 player, so this is very familiar to me, and I am aware of a lot of little bugs and glitches you can do to enhance your builds that I think will make for a very cool final product, and make for a very cool comparison when we eventually get to the modern game. Okay, so we've cleared out a bit of an area here, which is looking quite nice. Now I'm picturing a bit of a wooden boxy house with maybe a bigger top section and a triangle roof with a jut out here for some storage and things, and maybe even like a dock or a wharf or something for fishing, because I want this to be somewhat of a fishing house. So yeah, I'm gonna grab some wood and I'm just gonna lay out some foundational things. Now, I'm by no means the best builder in Minecraft in any regard, so yeah, but I do think I can hopefully build something kind of nice for us here. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm kind of just making a excuse me, cow. Now I'm kind of just making like a foundational, maybe perimeter here. I haven't planned anything out, but I think this will look cool. So if this is maybe the main house here, and then this is the outdoor area, I think that will work quite nicely. Looks like it's turning nighttime. So I think a fishing house would be quite robust, quite thick and sturdy wooden walls. So I think I'm going to use these oak logs to support them, to support the walls all the way around like this. I think that'll look good, and we'll worry about that outside section later. Now, something I didn't mention was the fact that this is actually every single item and block in beta Minecraft. I didn't really bring attention to that, but this is every single thing you can see in the game or get in the game. Apart from the apple, you can't get that, for example. There's certain things, obviously, you can't fully obtain, like fire, but this is everything that's in the code of the game, which is cool. So yeah, way less than in modern, which we'll see later. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe some kind of maybe a wooden or like a stone foundation here, maybe. Something you'll come to learn in beta is things like stairs take a long time to mine, and you don't get the proper resources back. Some more fences here. I think this looks alright. Now this has a bit of an empty space in here, so I'm not sure if I really feel like having this trim go all the way around. I might change it up a bit. Let's see what we have here. Can have pistons maybe pushing up the whole way around. Let's have a look. Maybe something like this, following the outline of the house. Yeah, I mean that could look okay. Maybe we take out these ones here and put in the usual blocks like that. Maybe, yeah, that's interesting. Something interesting there. And maybe out here we can have a classic little pot plant. Nothing too crazy. And as you can see, we've got the old rose, which is personally my favorite flower. And I can't seem to find the poppy. The dandelion. Where is it? There it is. Found it. First try. There we go. Little something like that. Looks good. Now, something that is absolutely awesome about Beta Minecraft is the visuals. I really love the textures, the way everything looks. Everything fits together so well and cohesively, and I think that's really great. So yeah. All right, let's put these in now. We're gonna have a bit of a higher entry point there. Cool. Alright, and now I think let's beef up this roof a little bit. I don't plan on doing any interiors. But yeah, I think we will do this upstairs part now. Okay, now there are only 3 colors of wood, and I'm thinking it honestly might look better to switch these. Oh no, the darker looks kind of good on top. Yeah, let's go with the darker on top. Okay, that almost looks like it's probably going to be a bit too big. Maybe if we have a little indent there like that. And maybe we can thin this out with some posts. I mean, it's alright. It's a little bit of a grand build, but I don't mind it. It's interesting. Okay, so our house is looking quite good at the moment, just design-wise, which is nice. Now I want to move on to actually some of the unique things to beta. Apart from the limited block palette and things, we actually can create some pretty cool-looking things using some bugs. So here is a 6-sided piston face here, and put under this roof like this, it kind of looks like a barrel, full of fish, or some kind of box full of fish, right? And maybe we can even have a similar one like this that is maybe a bit slimy. It's got a bit of slime over it, a bit of grease or something like that. Yeah, and they could also be used as workbenches. We only have a couple of options for those. We've got the crafting table, maybe the note block could be used as a workbench, but I think these are very cool and easy alternatives to something like a barrel that you can just chuck in, and yeah, they're super durable, they stick around. It's basically like having another block in beta, another block that looks quite unique. So yeah, I'm gonna make a few of these to make it look like a pile of barrels, or something like that, some storage containers here. And yeah, I think that looks pretty cool the way it is there. And we can even have maybe some trapdoors maybe on the sides of them, which maybe I can put it. Okay, well I can't really put it in here. What I can do though is another little beta trick. If I want to put a trapdoor on the side of somewhere where it doesn't belong. Now this fence might ruin this actually, but we'll do our best. Let's get this. There we go. With a simple quick pulse like that, you can actually push a fence sorry, a trapdoor into a place that it's not allowed. So trapdoors you can't just place anywhere. I'm trying to right click, I can't place it on the floor. You can only place it on the walls of blocks, just like this. And honestly, this actually might accidentally be a cool thing to do there. I don't know. But anyways, this is a cool way to kind of make it so that there's like a lid on this barrel, or something like that, you know, maybe, you know, I can't put these on the side of this face here, but if I force one to be there, if I push it real quick like that, then now we've got just some little extra detail, you know, who knows what it really is, but it's some extra detail that you can get, which you wouldn't be able to get otherwise. Now, if you look at our block selection here, we don't have any sort of fence gate. We have fences, but we don't have any fence gates. And I want to create my own fence gate because I think that will look really cool in this space. So I think having a couple of fences there will be nice, and maybe that can just be blocked off here. I think that's fine. Now the way we're going to do that is through update suppression. Yes, update suppression does exist in beta Minecraft, and it is a little bit quirky, so this might take a few tries. There we go, and using that little setup there, we've created this 6-sided piston, but this one isn't the same as the other ones. This one's actually a bit more special, as it can kind of break the game a little bit in some ways. So now what we want to do is start breaking this door, and then we want to shift onto the pressure plate, and that's going to crash our game. But when we log back in, you'll see that we have the bottom half of a door, and this is our fence gate right here like that. So yeah, using a very simple bug in the game, which is just update suppression basically in beta, we have a little swinging fence gate door like that. Now, placing blocks around this will break it, but it actually does open and close, which is really cool. So, yeah, there we go. We've got a couple of little bugs in here that make building in beta just that little bit better. And I think I'm gonna add, let's add like a little torch here, maybe, just to light up the area, just that little bit. I think you can also, let's grab maybe a pressure plate. There we go. We can place those on top. And that looks quite interesting there. That looks like maybe like a hard surface that you would want to work on. Maybe cut up the fish or something like that. I think that looks good. Okay, so I think that's the majority of the exterior of the house done. I'm going to add one little thing over here, maybe just like a dock or something, just out the front here. And then I'm going to do the interior. I know I said I wasn't going to, but I think I'm going to do the interior as well. So let's put down just like a simple dock, maybe just here. I don't want anything crazy, and we'll let's do a little. Let's get some spruce wood in here. Put that down there so it looks like it's a little bit soaked as well. I think that'll look cool. Okay, maybe instead of slabs we have it be 2 blocks high, similar to this. And by 2 blocks I mean just 1 block high. You know, the regular height. Where are my slabs? If we just have it be up like this, I think that'll look nice, and we can, I think, cap these off with some slabs as well. Maybe these can be stone slabs even. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then from here, now we can make these make this a little bit decrepit. So if we have some stairs like this. Now, because I use slabs, you actually mine them with a pickaxe in beta, which is kind of fun. That's nice. And one last thing I want to do on the exterior is add maybe just like some little kind of crane or something that's coming off the dock. I think would look cool. Nothing crazy, nothing too intricate. Maybe just almost like an automated fishing pole, I think would be cool. So if I get just this dirt here, because you can't place fences on fences, so you got to go out like this. There we go. Yeah, that's good. And then we're going to put something on the bottom of here, which you may not have known we could do. Okay, and with a little setup like this, if we power this is now quasi-powered, we can quickly power and unpower that, and now we have a hanging floating piston head all by itself, like this, which is really cool. Now if I just remove everything, yeah, I think that looks quite cool. something like that. It almost looks like, you know, maybe there's like a net on the end of it or something like that. I think that's a cool way to have just that little extra detail added in there. Alright, but now we're going to look at the interior. So there's a few things we can do inside, which I'm excited to do. Now, I didn't really plan on doing too much on the interior. I think, you know, I'll keep it quite simple, I think. I'm going to make a couple of furnaces. So the first furnace is going to be just a regular furnace for our everyday smelting needs. And the next one is going to be a special furnace. It's going to be like a furnace that is lit forever. That's what we want. So as you know, furnaces can't be moved by pistons, but in beta, if I now power this furnace like that, it now turns into a lit furnace. And as you can see, there's no fuel, there's nothing in it, and now that is a forever burning furnace. And the cool thing about this is it produces light, so it's actually lighting up a bit of this area too, which is really cool. So yeah, we've got a bit of an ambient light source there. Now we all know about the classic piston table trick. In beta Minecraft, you can't actually put pressure plates on top of fences, which is another absolute classic staple of Minecraft. But the cool thing about beta is that you actually can. You can do the update suppression once again to make this work. So let's get that set up. So if we do this, break that, very good. And now we want to replace this with a full block. Power this, break that, and our game crashes again. And once we log back in, we've just got this pressure plate that's floating in the air, which is really cool. And then all we need to do is place this again. And once I place down that fence, we now have our iconic pressure plate on the fence, you know, table. Okay, and I think that is the house complete, and I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. We've got our little fishing house, we've got our dock over here, which is cool, with our glitched piston head over there like that. We've got our boat in the water here, and yeah, this is the exterior. I'll just do a quick 360 little walk around here, just so we can all have a good look at what it looks like. And yeah, as you can see, you can kind of pack quite a lot of detail into a beta Minecraft build, and this is yeah, this is nothing, you know, nothing planned or anything like that. I've just sort of thrown this together. And yeah, on the outside we've got our glitched door. It's only half a door, but it works pretty well. We've got our pressure plates on top of all these utility items, some 6-sided piston heads, which are all you know, storage boxes, which I think look cool. A little entrance into our house there, but I think we'll go through the front door. And in here we have our glitched furnace, which will forever be lit. Our glitched table, and yeah, I think this build turned out quite good. And you know, obviously, like I said, in beta, I'm not the greatest builder of all time, that's for sure. But I think, you know, with the beta limitations, this is pretty cool. So I'm excited to try this in the modern version of the game and see what I can do differently, and see how it'll turn out. So yeah, I think let's jump into the modern version and see what we can do. Okay, so here we are in modern Minecraft, and it is so obvious the difference between these two versions. Beta and 1.21.4 is this current version that I'm playing in, and yeah, you can really see the difference. I mean, the terrain, the sky, the fog, the textures, I mean, it's just completely different, which is, yeah, pretty insane. And yeah, of course, we've also got a massively different inventory. I mean, we've got so many blocks and items to choose from. I mean, this is all just building blocks, the base building blocks. Then we've got all the wool colors, terracotta, all the colorful blocks, got all the natural blocks. I mean, there is just so many options to choose from when building, and all the redstone components. Like, it is just a ridiculous amount of variety and choice nowadays, which is awesome. So yeah, we're gonna build basically the same house, but obviously, because we have such a variety of blocks, I'm not gonna be doing the same you know, same block palette or anything like that. We're going to be changing it up, and yeah, really, I don't know, really playing around with what we can do with the modern blocks. Now, I haven't really done much building in the modern game really ever, or at least for a very long time. I spend most of my time in beta, so yeah, it's gonna be, you know, it might be a little bit foreign to me, but yeah, we'll see how we go. What is this block? This block's interesting. Is it rotational? I guess not. Alright, so we've got our rough dimensions of what we used to have here. Now I'm just gonna peruse because I've just got so many options to choose from now. Now I do have to remember that I am still building a fishing house. That hasn't changed. The core concept hasn't changed, just because I've got a ton of different block options. You know, it could be interesting. I mean, I always find myself spending more time in this creative inventory than anything, but it could be interesting actually to have this be a little bit darker and then have this spruce wood as the walls. Something like that, maybe. I don't know. I'm no expert when it comes to all the different colors and what goes with what. That's the thing, in beta it's so easy because everything kind of just goes with everything and it looks nice, whereas in modern there's a little bit of color theory to know almost while you're building. So I don't know how I feel about these walls, but it kind of makes it more of like a progressive, I don't know, progressive like, I don't know, close up there. It's a bit interesting. Bit of gravel, and I know there's mud, packed mud, dirt, all sorts of this sort of stuff. So now, in the spots where it'd be a bit more dry gravel, we'll place the gravel. And then, perhaps, maybe there's a bit of mud strewn about the place as well. Damn, this one has a really crazy sound. Holy crap. Such an interesting sounding block. Anyway, this will extrude out, and then maybe we've got some mud sort of hanging around the posts where it's a bit wet and damp, where all of the, you know, they come back and bring all the fish in and it's just damp, you know. There we go. Okay, maybe that's okay. However that is. Still put the oak fences in. Cross like that. Alright, and now don't even need to do any crazy redstone stuff, because we already have barrels in place here. We can literally place, you know, a bunch of barrels. We can just put them here like that. Yeah, like that. And, you know, set them up around the place, and this could be, you know, there we go. Now it's instantly a little fishing spot with all these barrels in here, and maybe we can get some chests in here as well. Slap that in there, maybe like that. There we go. Now, I'm kind of building this house all over the place. I mean, because I have such freedom of being able to fly around, it's so easy just to jump from one thing to the next, which is kind of a fun aspect of it. Now, it might actually be good not to have that in there. Have some other color. Do we have a different color? I mean, honestly, maybe the oak actually does work in this higher spot here, like this. Something like that, maybe? Yeah, honestly, that works. I like that. Yeah, I think that works for us. Now, this is where glass panes, I think, will work well. Is actually up here. On this spot. Like this. Just adds that little extra depth to the build as it's like sitting on the stairs there. I like that. Very cool. And it could be nice to add that, like, a little extra trim across the top here, like that. Yeah, that looks good. Nice. Yeah, just having that little extra trim looks really nice. Alright, now we need the roof. Now, what color would I make the roof? Maybe the tiles? These could be too dark, but I kind of like the tiled. It is quite the dark build, to be fair. And we have the privilege to be able to stack the stairs like this, which is nice. Okay, yeah, I think the deep slate tiles will look good. I think that'll look good. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've finished the entire build, and I think it looks really good. I think it's a pretty faithful adaptation to the original we created in beta Minecraft, and I'm just going to do a little 360 here so you guys can get a good look at all the differences, all the changes, and yeah, we'll go through it just a little bit. We've got the dock over here, which is nice and damaged. I'm not sure I actually like the dock more than the one in beta. I think it's I don't know, it's a bit strange. But we've got this pathway as well, which has the differing textures. We've got the dry gravel, the wet-ish mud, and then the wet mud. We've got our different actual fence gate here. Our nice little fish garden. I really like how this is looking. We've even got fish on the stove here with, you know, a sword for a knife. We've got a fishing rod hung up on the wall. We've got our barrels. This is our replacement for our, you know, 6-sided pistons. I really like the way this room came out. The interior is a little different. We obviously don't have the luxury of getting a fully lit furnace, but we do have a campfire underneath for some ambient sounds plus some smoke. I just put an armor stand in. I did end up keeping the regular table and chair because I thought that was cool. I don't think it's done much better, honestly. I've got a little jukebox and a chest, which is cool. And yeah, we've got some lanterns around the place, and I think this really turned out like a really good adaptation from the original. So just a reminder, this is what the build in beta looked like, and yeah, all of its intricacies. I think it turned out really good in both versions, honestly. Like, I think you can tell it's like the same build, but obviously, you know, one's modernized and one's from a version from like 15 years ago, you know, 11 years ago, 12 years ago, whatever. So yeah, this is the one from beta, and this is the one from modern, which I think, yeah, turned out really cool as well. So yeah, comment down below which one is your favorite, and yeah, let me know what you would do differently. And yeah, I definitely recommend giving this little challenge, I guess, a go, because it's a lot of fun to actually play around with the blocks and items. And I think, you know, I probably could have gone into a bit more detail, adding like slab variants of these or stairs or whatever, but it was cool for a you know, for a little bit of a tester and see how it goes. So yeah, and if you really enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Laters!